Hello and welcome to Leadership and Neurodiversity. This is a Thursday night video. So basically what I'm going to do on Thursdays is discuss topics or answer questions on issues related to neurodiversity hiring, neurodiversity in general, autism, whatever comes to mind. These will be shorter videos. And tonight's topic is very interesting because it started with a question. It started with the question of should you disclose whether you're disabled on an job application? In the United States, if you have more than 50 employees and you're advertising and you're posting a job, you're required to collect demographic information about the applicants, race and gender, whether or not you're a U.S. military veteran, and whether you're disabled. They have a list of disabilities that qualify, including autism and other neurodivergent conditions. Well, the, you don't have to answer these questions. That's the first thing. For me, that's an important thing to point out. You don't have to answer any of this. But the topic that came up was people trying to say, do they, if they disclose they have disability, or they automatically disqualified from jobs? And the answer is not as cut and dried as you might think. There are laws that prevent this. I think that some people do that, obviously. I think there are some places that will do that. I think there are also other places that are looking for a tax break. That's why they ask the disability question. That's why they ask the veteran question. And they also want to try to avoid getting hit with racial or gender discrimination charges with those questions. The one thing that somebody pointed out, and this was a discussion on LinkedIn, somebody pointed out that some people might put down they have a disability as a means of covering the fact that they're not qualified for doing the job. They don't meet qualifications. And it immediately made me think of my situation. My situation is very simple. I'm autistic. I'm an advocate for autistic people. I'm an advocate for neurodivergent people. I stand with all marginalized communities, regardless of who they are. As long as they stay within the law. There are certain ones, obviously, I don't support because they believe in illegal activities. I won't mention those. But the question of whether or not to disclose a disability is relatively simple for me. I kind of have to. Now, I worked for an organization called Specially Sterna in 2014. I did a job for 7 months. I helped clean data for them. Actually was cleaning data for what was then called Towers Watson, and I got picked up by that company afterwards. So you think, okay, resume is only supposed to cover 10 years of your career. Take that off. Okay. You do that. I do that. And then there's two articles referring to me. 2015, I was interviewed for an article on my experiences with Specially Sterna. It's on the web if you look. In 2021, I wrote an article about what I hope to see for neurodivergent people in 2021. It became an international article. It got picked up by a Canadian journal, a Canadian HR reporter. It went international. Six people on 6 continents saw that. Sorry, Antarctica is the 7th. No, penguins don't read, so hey, listen. Anyway, I kind of have to disclose. If I don't disclose, and I just submit the resume and I say I don't have a disability, all you gotta do is look at my articles. All you gotta do is look my name up and say, what's this Specially Sterna thing, or what is this person talking about? You see my profile. I'm advocating for people all the time. So in my case, the answer is I have to disclose. Now, I am still very qualified for the jobs I apply for. I don't play around with that. Other people also have to disclose for reasons, or feel they have to disclose for reasons that are obvious to them. It's not a cut and dried answer, folks, whether you should disclose. It's what best suits your situation. For me, I have to do it. Many of you probably feel you don't have to do it, and I would say don't, because there are a lot of places that will say, you're not qualified, and that'll be the end of it. So anyway, that's the end of this video. I will pick things up on Saturday. I will advise that the Monday video coming up next week may be recorded on Saturday as well because of expected heat wave in New York City. It's going to be close to 100 degrees on Monday and Tuesday. So I would like to do it probably Saturday. So I'll put it out Monday. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like, share, and subscribe. Be free to contact me about what you think. I'm available on LinkedIn. I'm available I'll respond to comments. I'll take care. I'll be happy to talk to you about about my situation or anybody's situation. Anyway, take care. See you in the next video.